Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for January until March. I'm going to go ahead and start us off by pulling a couple Goddess Oracle cards for you. These are just going to be kind of your main highlights or main themes for each month ahead, January through March. Oop. Okay. For January, we have the number 14 being highlighted, Goddess Epona, talking about wise leadership. For the month of February, we have Goddess Morrigan showing up, number 38. She would like to highlight death and magic. For the final month, March, we have the Goddess Demeter being highlighted, the number 11. And she is talking about nurturing. So I'm curious how these are all going to play out. But we're going to dive right in and start pulling some tarot for you. I'm just going to scooch these over. I have a feeling it's going to get out of hand. All right. So I see the Nine of Cups showing up. So kind of as I'm pulling cards, I'm just going to start talking about each month. Each card is going to represent a week, and we're going to kind of clarify them. So it'll be kind of like an overview for the 3 months ahead. But as Epona is being highlighted, talking about leadership, this might encourage us to try and step into a more leading type role, stepping into our power, maybe being a little bit more assertive in how we carry ourselves might be what's key at this time. But it looks like you start out the month of January, the first week, in this Nine of Cups energy for yourself here. Now, this talks about kind of this, you've been in this joyous kind of energy, basically, where it's like you've had a harvest, you've had another one and another, and you're waiting around to get your next harvest. Like you're very comfortable, very happy, and you're feeling very good. You're kind of like a magnet right now. You're kind of trying to attract more wealth in, I almost feel. And this moves you into the Page of Wands energy for the second week here. It's talking about this fiery forward movement for you. It can talk about good luck, gain, maybe a new opportunity was coming in. It can indicate travel as well for some of you. But it looks like you move into the Three of Swords, where it's like there's been kind of a disappointment, maybe a heartbreak. Something has come up here in this third week of January that's causing a lot of strife, a lot of pain for you. Now, by the fourth week of January, it leads you into the Seven of Cups energy, where you have all these choices in front of you. And it can feel a little cloudy. It can feel a little overwhelming sometimes. So we're going to go ahead and start clarifying these Pulp Tarot here with my Horror Tarot, both of which are by Todd Alcott. So this Nine of Cups energy, this abundant harvest here, this first week of January, confirmed by the High Priestess for you. So it's like, I feel like your intuition has kind of led you into this abundance, right? This Nine of Cups joyful energy, right? And the High Priestess talks about not only being very intuitive, but you're very wise and empowered. You have a very strong destiny in front of you. And it's like, it also talks about being divinely protected as well. It's like sometimes, I get for some of you, maybe you might have this feeling of like, when things feel like they're right about to hit the fan and things are going to get crazy, somehow things just magically unfold and work out in your favor. I get that for some of you out there, and I kind of like that. Now, this moves us into this Page of Wands energy, this forward movement, and it, like I said, it feels very fortunate. It feels good, like there's new opportunities, maybe some travel for some of you guys. It does also highlight our creative energy at this time. So second week of January, you might be feeling pretty creative potentially, or were. depending on when you're watching this. And I mean, the High Priestess can definitely bolster that creativity too, right? Now, this Page of Wands here, this new opportunity moving forward with this fiery action is being confirmed by the Nine of Wands. So it's like, yeah, your perseverance, your strength is very much being highlighted here. I definitely feel like Epona here, talking about this wise leadership, is I very much feel this, especially with the first 2 weeks of January. Like, you feel very empowered, very wise, intuitive, strong in holding your ground. Apologies for the siren going past. That's confirmation, probably. Um, but it's like, I feel like you're just charging forward, you're holding your ground, and it feels really good. Like, you're just in this fiery forward movement. Now, this leads you into the Three of Swords. So I'm wondering if maybe for some of you here, this idea of holding your ground and this new opportunity, this could have been an issue with a loved one, maybe a family member, a close friend, potentially a lover, where you might need to put up boundaries against them. Things may not have been going super fantastic, is what I get for some of you guys. Yeah, because the Three of Swords is confirmed by the Seven of Wands. It's once again, stand your ground, stick to your guns, don't let people sway you. Because I do feel like there is someone here up in your Kool-Aid, for lack of better words, someone that's causing some shenanigans potentially, someone that's causing you a little bit of strife, heartache, kind of pushing your buttons, pushing your limits maybe. So just stand your ground, put up those boundaries, keep the monsters out, right? You're putting up your wall, putting up your boundaries. That is how you honor yourself. That's what a wise leader does, is they know when to put up boundaries to protect against outside shenanigans, right? Now, this leads you into this Seven of Cups energy here by the final week of January. There's a decision that you might need to make here. You've got a lot of decisions in front of you, a lot of options, I guess, rather. And this is confirmed by Judgment. Yeah. So whatever the situation is here that's causing you this Three of Swords energy with this heartache, this heartbreak, this sadness here, you are very much being encouraged. Like, you've got this bolstering of wisdom and intuition and fiery movement and joy, wise leadership on your side too, to keep these boundaries, respect yourself, respect your space. That's how we do it. And the decision is to listen to the call from Spirit. Spirit's got their trumpet. They're trying to get your attention. They're saying it's time to follow the call from Spirit. It's time to step into a new and better way of being, a better way of doing. This is a destiny situation. This is your path. It's time to come this way. You got to shed a skin here, right? And this leads you into the month of February, Morrigan, number 38, highlighting death and magic. Morrigan encourages us. She is basically the death card, the tower card, the judgment card. She's encouraging us to let go of things that were no longer serving us. And sometimes that requires a lot of strength and perseverance. It requires a wise leader to be able to lead through the darkness, to lead into a new and better way, right? So I feel like for some of you, it might be a good time to get in touch with your guides, ancestors, angels, even just talk to them. They're happy to hear you, happy to help you. I know Spirit will listen if you reach out. So if you're feeling called to do so, please do. But it looks like this death and magic here, this change, this shedding of this skin that needs to happen here, it leads you into this Emperor energy by the first week of February. The Emperor looks good, looks strong, looks stable. So it's like the Emperor is this Aries energy. Fantastic. So it's like kind of this notion of potential growth, forward movement. It's talking about leadership. Love that, because we had seen that with Epona. It's just warning us not to inflict our will on others, to not be too harsh in our way, right? But this feels really good. It feels more empowered, this space. But it's like there's another change coming up because the Emperor takes you straight into the Death card by the second week of February. Very much being highlighted by Morrigan, death and magic. And it's like this change that you're making here with the Death card. This could be a number of things, but you're making a change and it needs to happen, right? It's a call from spirit that you're heeding. And it feels very much like justice. It feels very much like you're stepping into a more empowered version of yourself. It feels more balanced. It feels like you're able to compromise in an effective way, gaining better communication and negotiation skills is what I want to say for some of you out there. It feels really good though. There's a lot of major arcana here already. But it looks like this justice here that you're obtaining, it leads you into this Queen of Pentacles energy. Stunning. It's wealth, it's health, it's happiness. I do also want to mention that the Queen of Pentacles also points out fertility. So if you're wanting to expand the family, great time towards the end of February. It's looking good. If you're not, make sure you're taking the necessary steps to avoid a new addition to the family if you're not ready for that sort of thing or not wanting that sort of thing. Just a heads up. But it looks like towards the end of the week here in February, finances are picking up, so it looks really good. But moving on to the clarification here, we see this Emperor energy here, this leadership, this wise, powerful, potential forward growth and movement, this leadership, right? Empowerment. We have the Nine of Swords confirming it. What this tells me is there's something that you're ruminating over. It might have been something here that happened in January by the looks of things because you had to put up boundaries and defend yourself. You had some heartache, some heartbreak, and you're ruminating here. And that's what I feel like you're letting go of because it moves you into the Death card where it's like things couldn't continue that way. This rumination, this negative thought cycle, I guess, or thought pattern, it has to be released. And it's like, yeah, second week, you're ready to release it and you're done with it and you're ready to move on. Yeah. And it's like the Death card here is confirmed by the Hermit. You're going off, you're on your own, you're isolating yourself for good reason, right? You're trying to obtain more wisdom, more knowledge about this situation. You're kind of going inward. It's growth. And it's like this, you're like raising your vibration. It's self-discovery. You're heightening your awareness at this time. So this feels really good. This feels like an empowered letting go with this Death card. Like you're making some positive changes here. Like I said, it moves you into the justice, this more balanced, harmonious situation here. It feels like you're more able to communicate better. You've got your sword of truth. And it's confirmed by the number 4 wands. This is a doorway, a portal that you're walking through. It's a victory here at this time. The changes that you make, it's leading you down a better path for yourself. It's leading you into a more successful position, a more empowered position, especially because you move straight to the Queen of Pentacles, the wealth, the health, the happiness, the fertility. Let's not forget about that. I like it. It talks about a harvest, right? And it feels like finances are looking a lot better here at this time towards the end of towards the end of February. Now, the Queen of Pentacles here is being confirmed by the Five of Pentacles. So the vibe that I'm getting is you're letting go of this energy of feeling worried for the future, feeling concerned, like there isn't enough, this like lack sort of energy. I feel like this is what you're moving past. Now, this could indicate that there might be people in your surroundings as well that feel this kind of lack energy or this worry or concern for the future. So I will say, make sure that you are keeping yourself balanced, keeping yourself away from those types of thoughts of lack. One of the things we can do to try and help with that is to not draw attention to our weaknesses at this time. Continue standing and moving forward in your power like the wise leader you are. Now this moves you into March. Number 11 being highlighted. We have Goddess Demeter of the harvest, the nurturer. I see here with your harvest, like, yeah, you're very much in this Queen of Pentacles energy. You're carrying it forward into March. I love it. It feels like you're ready for spring, like spring is going to be sprung already. So this feels really good. Like you're making changes where necessary. I feel like you're stepping into your power. And like it feels like you are collecting this harvest at this time. Demeter kind of Demeter talks to us and kind of encourages us to step into our nurturing power. And not only like nurturing others, nurturing projects and things like that, but nurturing the people around us. It also encourages us to step in a space where we are willing to be nurtured ourselves, or where we are accepting a helping hand. And we're grateful for, like the help that people want to give us, the love, the friendship, the joy, right? Oh my God, yeah, okay. This is so, okay, I'm saying it. This is sexy. Yeah, just saying. It's, Taurus is sexy. Okay, so it looks like, because yeah, we've got Demeter, you're bringing in your harvest into this new month here in March, and you start out the first week in March in this King of Cups energy. It's like you might find yourself in choppy waters, but you don't care. You're cool as a cucumber. Yeah, you're like sturdy, you're strong, you're emotionally mature, and it also talks about being charitable, giving and receiving to others, this opening the channel of abundance, kind of like what we talked about with Demeter, right? And it's like, this feels really good. It leads you into the Queen of Swords here, where you're thinking very clearly, you're very empowered, you're in this energy of like, I'm not taking anything less than I'm worth. I'm accepting offers from people, and I'm accepting of what is meeting me where I am at. I'm only accepting things that are meeting me in my energy that I am exuding. Beautiful. With this empowerment, this real strong vibe, wise leader indeed, it takes you to the Ace of Pentacles. It's this manifestation of money. It's a gift here from Spirit. Spirit's like, here's a garden. If you water it and fertilize it, it's going to blossom and it's going to grow tenfold. And it does. Here you are, the Empress. Looks the exact same here as Demeter. We got the wheat here showing up, talking about an abundant harvest. You're looking good, you're feeling good, you're comfortable, you're prosperous, abundant. Like, need I say more? You're very balanced, fortunate, and harmonious. And it's like this King of Cups energy you're starting off the month with. It's confirmed by the Five of Swords. Yeah. This is a victory over some BS. I feel like some of you might have someone in your life that's been causing you problems, and I feel like you're kicking them to the curb because, yeah, the King of Cups, he's in choppy waters, but he's sturdy, he's strong. Yeah, and the Queen of Swords, she's cutting out things that don't serve her any longer. She's thinking very clearly, she's very empowered, and she knows her worth. So the Death card shows up. You're kicking someone to the frickin' curb here from this empowered space. I love how nurturing was being highlighted, and I feel like you are the one that is nurturing yourself. Yeah, this Ace of Pentacles, confirmed by the Hanged Man. You're considering new and better ways to grow your wealth, grow your finances, grow your abundance at this time, to increase your manifestations. You're taking on a new perspective too. You've made a lot of changes and you're taking a look around. How did I get here? Where am I going? And this Empress here that you're finishing off the month of March with, this empowerment, this fortune, great vibes, confirmed by the Queen of Wands, this courage, this confidence, independence, determination, sexy right here.